Pelosi can come along and realize what everybody knows. I mean, no matter who it is, they know that walls work, and we need walls. And whether it's personal or not, it's not personal for me. She's being controlled by the radical left, which is a problem. And, she's under total control of the radical left. I think that's a very bad thing for her. I think it's a very bad thing for the Democrats. Everybody knows that walls work.
I've been thinking. He says we should spend $5 billion to build a wall because walls work. Let's test that theory. Let's take him and all of his little sheep and place them in a city, build a wall around that city to keep them out and away from the rest of us who want to be intellectual and logical and who want to debate things in an adult and mature way. I don't understand how someone who makes a habit of marrying immigrants can be so hateful towards immigrants. The very same immigration and naturalization policies that he's trying to do away with were the very ones that his wives and his in-laws were beneficiaries of. Building a wall is not going to work. It is going to make people stronger. It is going to give them better ideas of getting into the country. What they will do is they will build a tunnel underneath that wall and still get in here. It's not going to work. It's racist and it's unnatural, and it is just completely prejudiced in the first place. It's not going to work. These people are intelligent, and they can and they will do those things. Okay, I'm not worried about immigrants from the South. I'm not worried about immigrants from the North. I'm not worried about immigrants from the West. I'm not worried about immigrants from the East. They're all coming here because they have a belief that they can have a better life here in this country. They are fleeing something. That is the same reason that the Europeans came over here and stole the land in the first place. They were fleeing something. They were running away from something in the first place. Who are we to be hypocrites and not allow them the same chance of getting a better life? I'm not worried about them. I am more worried about the homegrown terrorists, those who maliciously murder people because they're a little different from everybody else, those who blow up entire buildings because they're different from everybody else. That's what I'm worried about. I'm more worried about the cops who racially profile against people because they look a little bit different. I'm more worried about the judges who give lighter sentences to white murderers than they do to black drug dealers. That's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about people in a hijab. I'm not worried about people who are brown or people who are black. I'm not worried about that. What I'm worried about are those morons who still in 2019 are going around in public places hanging nooses and writing whites only and go back to Africa niggers. That's not right. I'm not worried about everybody else. I'm worried about those idiots right there. I'm worried about the people who are narcissistic and who think like Trump. That's what I'm worried about. He says he wants to make America great again. How about you start by being the European descendant to make things right and make amends to the descendants of the natives that your ancestors stole the land from? How about you start by being the European descendant to make things right and to make amends with the descendants of the Africans that you stole from Africa? How about you start there? America has never been great. And America will never be great until that happens. I don't care what anybody says. Until America make amends for the sins that their ancestors have done, the European ancestors have done. And this is coming from somebody who is a descendant of European and Africans. Once the European descendants make amends by the descendants of the natives whose land they stole, and make amends by the descendants of the Africans they stole, America will not be great until that happens. Make amends first. That is the way that America will be great. Until then, America will never be great. And all this other nonsense that's going on will always happen. Understand this. And I'm talking to my white half people. Understand this. The reason why the majority of you are so afraid of black people is because the sins of your fathers are living inside of you and they are afraid of what can happen to you. That's why y'all are afraid. And that is why you are scared, and that is why you have those feelings. Get over yourselves. Apologize, make amends, and make it right. Make it right by the natives and make it right by the Africans. And then America will be great. Feel free to debate intellectually if you feel so. Dasha Abrams. Peace and out.